When you think of Thailand, you probably picture amazing food, stunning beaches, maybe ancient temples. But what about golf? Today we're diving into how this country became an absolute global powerhouse for the sport. And trust me, it was no accident. So what's the magic trick here? How does a country go from being a beautiful vacation spot to a must-visit destination for a specific sport like golf? Is it really just about having great weather, or is there a secret recipe?
Well, as you might have guessed, it takes a whole lot more than just a bit of sunshine. It takes a plan, a deliberate, decades-long strategy that perfectly blended natural gifts with some really shrewd decisions.
First up, let's just get a sense of how big the golf scene in Thailand really is. We're not talking about a little niche hobby here. This is a massive, thriving industry. Get this, the country has over 260 golf courses. And these are not your run-of-the-mill cookie-cutter layouts. No way. You've got these epic, championship-level courses designed by the biggest names in the game, right alongside these serene, hidden gems tucked away in the countryside. That variety is a huge part of the appeal.
And this golf boom isn't just happening in one place. You can have completely different experiences all over the country. If you want high-end luxury in a bustling city, you go to Bangkok. If you want to play with breathtaking ocean views, you head to Phuket. Or maybe you'd rather be up in the scenic mountains of Chiang Mai. Each region offers its own unique flavor.
You know, the players are changing too. For the longest time, golf in Thailand was pretty much dominated by older men, but that is shifting big time. We're seeing a whole new generation of younger players, and importantly, way more women are getting into the game. That change is forcing the entire industry to adapt.
And all of this translates into some serious cash. Just to give you a sense of scale, even way back in 2012, golf tourism was pulling in an estimated 7.5 million baht. That was a pretty significant slice of the country's entire tourism pie. And that impact creates jobs for everyone, from caddies to hotel staff.
So how do we get to this point? This incredible growth didn't just happen overnight. We've got to look back at the history, and it stretches back more than a century.
The story reportedly starts all the way back in 1889, with some Scottish engineers playing the very first game of golf in Bangkok. For decades, it was a pretty exclusive sport for the elite. But then came the 1960s, this golden era of course construction, which was even championed by Thai royalty. The industry took a hit during the economic slump of the late 90s, but the foundation was already set for the boom that was to come.
And here's the thing. This growth wasn't some happy accident. It was a plan. As early as 1967, the government's tourism minister made the goal crystal clear: to turn Thailand into an internationally recognized golf center. This wasn't just driven by the market. It was a state-level ambition.
Okay, so we've got the history and the ambition, but what were the actual ingredients that created this winning formula? Let's break it down. Thailand's success really stands on 4 pillars. First, the natural gifts. Perfect weather and scenery that's just wow. Second, a serious commitment to world-class facilities. We're talking top-of-the-line everything. Third, and this is crucial, affordability. They mastered the art of creating these high-value packages that feel super luxurious without destroying your wallet. And finally, really smart marketing that wrapped it all up in a neat bow.
That marketing piece was especially clever. They brought in international golf stars for big tournaments, which put a ton of eyes on the country. And here's the masterstroke. They didn't just sell golf. They sold the complete Thai experience. You know, come for a round on the course, and then stay for the incredible food, the amazing culture, and the unmatched hospitality. But, of course, it's not all been a walk in the park. With this kind of explosive growth, you're bound to run into some pretty major challenges that the industry has to navigate really carefully. And this brings us right to the heart of the issue, the central dilemma. On one hand, you have all this fantastic economic growth, creating jobs and opportunity, but on the other hand, golf courses are thirsty. They need huge amounts of land and water, and that puts enormous pressure on local ecosystems. So balancing profit with preservation, that's the single biggest challenge they're facing.
And on top of sustainability, Thailand is also dealing with intense competition from other countries in the region that are trying to copy its playbook. There's also the constant need to reinvest to keep all those facilities feeling premium. And all the while, you've got to walk that tightrope of staying affordable while still offering a high-end product. It's a real juggling act. So what does the future hold? How can Thailand hang on to its top spot while tackling all these challenges? This is what the experts are really focused on now.
The key phrase you hear over and over is sustainable golf tourism. And look, this isn't just about planting more trees. It's a whole new way of thinking. It's an approach that makes sure the industry benefits local communities and preserves the very beauty that attracts people in the first place. This is all about long-term survival.
At the end of the day, the path forward is to double down on what makes Thailand so unique. It's not just about having the best courses anymore. It's about blending that amazing golf with authentic cultural experiences and showing a real commitment to being responsible stewards of the environment. That's the competitive edge.
And that leaves us with the big question. Thailand has built an incredible golf empire. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But can it make the tough choices needed to make sure that this empire is not only profitable, but truly sustainable for the long haul? The next few decades will definitely tell the story.